Gee whiz.
Hello, friends. My name is John Henderson. Welcome to this bonus episode of Gee Whiz that I'm calling She Whiz. These are the stories of the schemes, trials, and loves of the typical American teenage girl, Judy Graves, Corliss Archer, and Judy Foster. We're going to start things off with the old-time radio show, A Date with Judy. A Date with Judy was later made into a movie.
Gee, that was nice, Judy.
Thanks, Suki. What do you think, Carol?
Well, it's a very cute little swing number, Judy, but frankly, I think it's a bit juvenile for a senior high school dance.
Aw, Judy, what do you ask her for anyway?
That other girl was a young Elizabeth Taylor. This episode of the Date with Judy radio show is from 1948.
Famous quick relief for acid indigestion presents A Date with Judy, starring Louise Erickson as Judy and John Brown as Father.
Hello, Judy Foster speaking. Who's this, please?
Your father?
Hello?
What's the matter?
I thought you were a man. I thought it might be Oogie on the phone.
Oh. Okay, I want to speak to your mother.
Father, not that I mind in the least Oogie getting the busy signal.
Yeah.
But would you mind hanging up so we'll find the line free?
That's Judy, folks. Judy Foster, the lovable teenage girl who is close to all our hearts. Your date with her each Tuesday is arranged by the makers of Tums, famous quick relief for acid indigestion. Why do we say, night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums? Because, friends, you never know when or where stomach distress due to acid indigestion or heartburn may hit you. So when it does, have Tums handy for almost instant relief. See how fast 1 or 2 Tums neutralize the excess acid, relieve annoying heartburn, sweeten and settle your stomach. You feel better fast. And see how handy Tums are to take. No mixing, no stirring, no water needed. There's no baking soda nor bicarbonate in Tums. Absolutely none. With Tums, you can't over-alkalize your stomach. Can't bring on acid rebound. Get yourself some Tums this very night. Still only 10 cents a roll, 3-roll package a quarter, all drugstores. T-U-M-S. Tums for the tummy. And now to the Fosters. It's evening. Dinner is over. The dishes are washed, dried, and stacked, and the Foster family is settled peacefully in the living room. Except for Judy. She seems a little nervous.
Does anyone know the time?
It's exactly 8:45.
Thank you. Does anyone mind if I turn on the radio?
No,
okay. Thank you. Does anyone have the time?
8:45.
But that's what it was before.
And as much as before was 3 seconds ago, it's not at all surprising.
Oh. Thank you. Does anyone mind if I turn off the radio?
No problem.
Thank you. What?
8:45.
Again?
No, still.
Time marches backwards.
Oh, dear.
For goodness sakes, Judy, will you stop pacing up and down?
I'm sorry, Mother. Father?
Here, you wear my watch.
What's the matter, dear? I've never seen you so nervous.
Nervous? I'm not nervous. What makes you think I'm nervous?
Oh, just the fact that you're twitching from head to toe.
Oh, don't be silly, Randolph. I'm perfectly all right. Was that the phone?
The phone? I didn't hear anything.
Neither did I.
It wasn't? I thought I heard it.
You probably got a ringing in your ears.
No, Father, if you said something to a boy that hurt him, but you didn't mean to hurt him, do you think he might remember it and try to get even after 7 months?
Huh?
Do you, Mother?
I agree with your father.
You do?
What do you think, Father?
Under the circumstances, I agree with your mother. What are we talking about?
I'm glad somebody asked that question.
Well, it's really very simple. The most important school dance of the year is in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Oh. I still don't know what this is all about.
Then why did you say oh like that?
Because Mother did, and I didn't want to appear stupid. I said it because Father did.
Yeah, well, I only said it because I figured somebody had to say something.
Well, I don't see what's so difficult to understand. I said that the most important school dance of the year is in 2 weeks.
Well, then why did you want to know the time now?
Oh, I understand that part.
You do?
Sure. Considering how long it usually takes Judy to get ready, she's got to start preparing not later than 9 o'clock tonight.
Oh, I see.
Well, if all my problem means to you is an opportunity to make fun of me, I won't discuss it anymore.
Oh, no, dear, no. We're very interested.
Well, sure.
Well, then, as I said, the school dance is in 2 weeks, Wednesday, June 2nd.
Yes?
I have not yet heard from Oogie.
Aha.
Not even a hint?
Nothing.
I see. That's bad. And when was the dance announced?
This afternoon.
This afternoon?
Judy, the poor boy has hardly had a chance to get to a phone.
Why, Mother, he's had practically 6 hours.
Oh, I wouldn't worry, Judy. He's probably having a little difficulty borrowing the nickel.
I must go to that dance. I must. It's the most important dance of the year. I'll die if I don't go. Die dead.
Now. Take it easy, sweetie. He'll call.
Do you really think so, Father? Do you really?
Yes, I really.
He will, I'm sure. No, he won't. I'm sure. If he does call me, I'll never ask for another thing as long as I live. Never, not another thing, not... He won't call.
Oh, I'm sure he will, dear.
No, he won't. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. I'm absolutely positive. Do you really think he will, Mother?
Yes, dear.
What do you think, Randolph?
Well, I think...
You're right. Of course he'll call me. It's been only 6 hours. It's because I'll be so happy. I'll never ask for another thing. He won't call. It's been 6 hours already. He'll never... Was that the phone?
No, dear.
Oh. Well, why should he call me? There are so many other glamorous women. They're all mad about him. I might as well forget the whole thing.
Judy,
Yes, Father?
the phone rang.
What? I thought I was just hearing... Hello, this is Judy. I'm fine. How are you?
Hello? Hello?
Hello, Oogie?
Yeah, Judy?
Yes, this is she. Her. Me. One moment, please.
Hello? 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 Judy? Judy, hello?
Judy Foster speaking. Who is this, please?
Judy, this is Oogie.
Oh, how do you do, Oogie?
Huh? Oh, you sound funny, Judy. Is anything wrong?
No, indeed. Everything's charming. How are you, Oogie?
Oh, I had a little cold.
That's
but...
good.
What?
I mean, that's too bad. Go on, Oogie. What was it you wanted?
Oh, Judy, are you doing anything 2 weeks from tomorrow?
2 weeks from tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
Now, let me see. What day is that?
Wednesday, June 2nd.
Oh, just a moment. During the day or during the evening?
The evening.
Oh. Well, I'm not quite sure.
Well, I was going to call you sooner, but... Well, frankly, I didn't happen to have a nickel on me, and I...
Oh.
Judy, please don't tell me you're not available that night.
June 2nd.
Yeah, that's right.
I just think I can make it, Oogie.
Oh, boy, thanks, Judy. Thanks loads and heaps.
Oh, that's all right, Oogie.
Bye.
Bye. I'm going, he called. I knew he would.
Oh, brother, deliver me from women.
Well, thank goodness that crisis is over. Now we can all relax, huh?
Oh,
Judy, what is it?
I'm the most miserable woman in the entire world.
What? But you said that all you wanted was for Oogie to invite you to the dance. Well, he invited you, didn't he? Why are you so miserable?
Because I can't go.
For the love of heaven, why not?
I haven't got anything to wear.
Oh!
But, Father...
Judy, it's impossible. I just don't believe it. My most vivid memory of this whole year is of you buying new clothes practically every day.
Oh, no, Father. Come on upstairs and I'll show you. I'll prove it to you.
There. What about that one?
Oh, I can't wear that, Father.
Why not?
Because it's so much like the one Mitzi's going to wear.
Well, you wear this one and let her father buy her another dress.
I couldn't. She told me she was going to wear hers first.
I see. What's wrong with this green one?
Uh-uh.
Why?
Oogie's going to wear a blue suit.
So?
green clashes with blue, Father.
Classes? Well, tell him to wear another suit.
He can't.
Why?
He hasn't got another suit.
Well, then get another escort.
Don't make jokes, Father.
Who's making jokes? Now, here, this red dress. Doesn't this go with blue?
It's not red, Father. It's old rose.
Well, all right. Doesn't old rose go with blue?
It goes beautifully. That's the trouble. It goes so well that I wear it all the time. Oogie's seen me in it at least a dozen times.
Well, has he ever complained?
No.
Then let him see you in it 13 times.
I couldn't.
Why not? If he's only got one suit, you must have seen him in it at least 13 times.
Well, that's different. Men can do that. Girls can't.
Who made that rule?
Well, I don't know, but a girl just can't. Well, you see, Father, now do you believe I've got nothing to wear?
No, I see three.
I've had my eye on the sweetest little dress. It's in the Bonton department store window on the left side. Father, you'd love it.
No.
How do you know you haven't even seen it?
I don't mean no, I wouldn't love it. I mean no, you can't have it.
What? But I've got to. I have nothing to
You
wear.
have a choice of any one of these three dresses.
But, Father, I told you the reasons why it's impossible.
Those weren't reasons. They were excuses.
But, Father...
I'm sorry, Judy, but you're going to have to wear one of these.
I can't.
You'll have to.
I won't.
Yes, you will.
Then I won't go to the dance.
All right, don't go to the dance.
What?
No, Dora, no. She can't have it.
It's not terribly expensive, dear.
That's not the point at all, Dora. If Judy really didn't have a dress to wear, I'd be only too glad to let her have it. But she's got three very pretty, fairly new dresses. She just wants another one. Well, it's about time she found out she can't have every little thing she wants.
I know, dear, but she'd be broken-hearted if she doesn't get to this dance.
I'd rather she had a little disappointment now than grow up to be a spoiled, pampered woman. Besides, when she sees I really mean it, she'll change her mind about not going to the dance. She'll go, even if she does clash with Oogie's suit.
So unless my father changes his mind about the dress, Oogie, I'm afraid I won't be able to go with you.
Oh, gosh, Judy, do you think he will?
Of course he will. My goodness, I know my own father, don't I?
Well, I know my father, too, but sometimes he surprises me. You see, a father's a parent, Judy, and parents are peculiar.
I know that, Oogie. But I have always found my parents to be very unparently. You'll see. Father will buy me that dress.
Dora,
Yes, dear?
has Judy, said anything about the dance?
Just that she's not going.
Well, she'll change her mind.
You think so?
Of course she will. My goodness, I know my own daughter, don't I?
Golly, Judy, there's only a week left.
I know.
Well, has he said anything about changing his mind?
No, but he will. I think.
Randolph,
Yes, Father?
has Judy said anything to you about the dance?
Oh, she didn't have much to say. Just A, that she's not going. B, that in all the years she's been your daughter, she had no idea that you were so constructed. C, she forgives you completely, realizing that no one can be perfect. D, it's very possible that she may never recover from this blow. E, she will never marry because Oogie might turn out to be just like you. F, this dance certainly isn't important enough to break her heart over it, and she's not going to give it another thought. G, if you don't buy her the dress, she'll die dead. That's all she said.
That's all, huh?
Oh, no, I forgot. J.
Just a minute, Randolph. H is coming up.
Oh, thank you, Father. H, she said that she was going out into the world as quickly as possible.
Going out into the world? What for?
So that she could earn enough money to repay you for all the pablum you had to buy her when she was a baby.
Oh, no.
Gosh, Judy, there are only 5 days left. Any late communiques?
Oogie,
Yeah?
I think maybe you better not count on me for the dance.
Why? Doesn't it look as though your father will buy the dress?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, just sprinkle some taboo over yourself and nobody will know the difference. Yeah. Judy.
Yes, Oogie?
Honestly, Judy, I don't care what you wear. Well, I'd be proud to take in anything.
Oh, Oogie, That's the most beautiful thing anyone has ever said to me.
Then you'll go?
No, Oogie, I can't. I either go in a new dress or not at all.
But, Judy,
Don't you see, Oogie, it's the principle of the thing. Please don't worry about me. I want you to go to the dance. And I want you to choose a beautiful woman to accompany you.
Oh, Judy, I couldn't.
Of course you can. Why should you be punished? Just because I have a father who does just what he says he's going to do.
There's a time for everything, and when overeating, oversmoking, or just plain nerves bring on acid indigestion and heartburn, well, that's the time for Tums. At the first sign of stomach distress, slip 1 or 2 tasty Tums in your mouth, just like candy mints. Almost instantly, Tums neutralize the excess acid, relieve annoying heartburn, soothe and settle your upset acid stomach. There's nothing faster, nothing handier. No mixing or stirring with Tums. You don't even need water. And Tums contain no baking soda, no bicarbonate. Absolutely none. Tums won't over-alkalize your stomach, won't bring on unpleasant acid rebound. So never over-alkalize, always neutralize excess acidity with Tums. Do as millions do. Always keep Tums handy. Still only 10 cents a roll, 3-roll package a quarter, all drugstores. Ask for Tums. T-U-M-S. Tums for the tummy. And now back to A Date with Judy.
Well, what's on your mind, Oogie?
Mr. Foster, I hope you'll forgive me for intruding on you during business hours, but may I speak to you frankly, sir?
Why, of course, Oogie.
Thank you. Mr. Foster, it's come to my attention. Oh, she's got to go with me, Mr. Foster. She's got to, or I'll completely blow my stack.
Here.
Excuse me, I guess I lost my head. But this is a very important affair, Mr. Foster. Judy's just got to go with me.
Well, I'm not stopping her.
Oh, I know, but, well, you know Judy.
I certainly do.
Well, I hope you'll pardon me for saying so, sir, but your daughter's a very stubborn girl.
I not only pardon you, I agree with you.
Mr. Foster, why don't you buy Judy?
No.
I was afraid you'd take that attitude. Oh, that's why, Mr. Foster, sir, I have a proposition to make to you.
Proposition?
Yeah. To review the case, I want to take Judy to this dance. And she won't go without a new dress. And you won't let her have a new dress. Ipso facto, I won't be taking Judy to the dance.
So it would seem.
But suppose, Mr. Foster, you were to buy her that dress.
No.
No, wait, Mr. Foster, I'm not finished yet. Suppose you were to buy her that dress, and I was to pay you back for it at the rate of $1.50 a week.
What?
Oh, I won't quibble with you, Mr. Foster. $1.75.
Now, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You're offering to pay for Judy's dress at the rate of $1.75 a week?
Or $1.50.
This amount to come out of your weekly allowance of $3.50?
Uh-huh.
Holy smoke. You must want to take Judy to that dance very badly.
Oh, I do, Mr. Foster. I do.
You're a pretty nice boy, Yogi.
Yeah, I am, aren't I? Will you do it, Mr. Foster? Will you?
I'm afraid I couldn't, Yogi.
You couldn't?
I'm afraid not.
But why?
Well,
Well, I wouldn't tell anybody.
That's not it.
Well, what if I paid you interest on the money?
That's not it either. I'm sorry I shouted it.
Oh, that's all right, Mr. Foster. $2 a week?
Oh, stop it, Yogi. You're making me feel terrible.
I'm sorry, sir.
You see, Yogi, it's not the money. That's not it at all. It's the principle of the thing. Judy's been getting away too easily lately. She thinks she has a right to get everything she wants. What she's doing now shows you how far it's gone. I mean, about her refusing to go to the dance unless she has a new dress. That's an attitude that only a very spoiled young lady would take. You see what I mean, Oogie?
Yeah, I see, Mr. Foster. Is $2.50 a week?
Oh, That was a great dinner, Dora. Wonderful. Was it, Judy?
I suppose so.
Well, sure it was.
Thank you, Melvin. I'm glad you liked it.
What does everybody want to do tonight, huh? How about a movie? Dora?
No, Melvin, I don't think so.
Oh. Judy?
No, thank you.
I'll go with you, Father.
Well, actually, there's nothing very good playing. And what do you say we all go bowling?
No, I'd rather not.
No, thank you.
Let's go, Father.
What's happened to this family anyway?
If I may be excused, please, I'm going to my room, Mother.
All right, dear.
Who knows? I may not come out for 2 or 3 years.
Look, Dora, you've known me long enough to know I'm no monster. It's just that
I think I have some darning to do, Melvin. Will you excuse me just a minute?
But Dora! No!
Phone.
I'll get it, Randolph. Maybe it's some stranger with a kind word for me. Hello? What? Well, yes, of course. I'll wait. It's Ashtabula calling.
Oh.
Long distance. Oh, my, I wonder what's wrong.
Well, maybe nothing's wrong.
Randolph, something is always wrong when your grandmother spends the money to call up long distance. Oh, my, I wonder who's sick. Maybe your aunt. Oh, hello. Hello, Mom? Yes? Yes. How are you? Oh, good. Yes, always. Yeah, well, is anything wrong? Oh, well, I don't know. You calling and... Huh? Oh, now, Mom. Yeah, but look, Mom. Yeah, but Mom. Mom, will you please let me get a... Yes, but a dress. I know, but the dress is... Believe me, Mom, it's not the money.
Father.
Hello, Randolph.
Well, what are you doing sitting here in the kitchen in the dark?
Well, it's embarrassing to sit in the living room with everybody else. Everyone avoids looking at me. They make me feel like Did you hear Judy tell Mitzi over the phone that if she ends up an old maid, she'll know who to blame?
Yeah.
I wish tomorrow evening were over. Maybe then my family can start thinking of me as a human being again.
I doubt it.
I guess not. Judy will probably hold this against me for... Look, Randolph, you're usually a level-headed boy. You know I'm right, don't you?
Oh, sure.
Of course. I knew I could count on you, son. You know I'm doing this for Judy's own good. You know it's not the money, don't you?
Well, sure. Father.
What, son?
Why don't you break down and let her get it?
No, Oogie, it's no use. I'm not going. Please, Oogie, don't make it any more difficult. Oh, no, Oogie, I want you to go. Oh, I'm sure you can get someone to go with you. I want you to, Oogie. Have a good time. Bye.
Judy, why don't the three of us go to a movie tonight? Sure, there's a great picture playing. Go on, Judy. Go on up and put your hat on and...
No, thanks. I'd rather just stay here with my memories.
I know. Let's play cards, the three of us. We'll have lots of fun. Why, sure. We'll just...
No, thanks.
Did I ever tell you about something that happened to me when I was about your age, Judy?
No, Mother.
What happened? Well, in those days, I wasn't allowed to wear makeup. Now, there was this party I wanted to go to, so the night of the party, I got all dressed up. And I did a very daring thing. I put some rouge on my cheeks. Then what happened, Mother? Well, my mother noticed it, and she said I couldn't go unless I took it off. I refused. I said I was old enough to wear it, and if I couldn't wear it, I wouldn't go. Well, we were both stubborn. I wouldn't take it off, and Mother wouldn't let me go. What finally happened? Well, it was a funny thing. I thought that if I didn't go to that party, my heart would break. Did you go? No. Did your heart break? No, of course it. Yes, it did. Oh!
Here it is. Hurry, put it on.
What?
Here, the dress. Hurry.
Father, you bought it for me.
Melvin. Whoa. Hiya, Sophie.
Oh, Father, you're the dearest, sweetest, darlingest father a girl ever had for a father.
Well, hurry up. Put on the dress and go to the dance and have a good time. But there's something I want to say to you first.
What is it, Father, dear?
I still think I was right. Don't think I bought the dress because I felt you deserved it. I think you behaved like a spoiled, selfish child.
Then why did you get it for me?
Well, because because I couldn't stand seeing you so unhappy.
Oh, Father, I love you.
All right. Now, go on up and put it on and have a good time.
I will. Randolph, call Oogie and tell him I'm going. Tell him I'll be ready in a few minutes. Tell him I'll be absolutely glamorous looking. Tell him I'll be
Melvin, I'm glad you did that.
Well, I'm glad you're glad.
You know, Mother, it's things like this that make me understand why you married Father.
I didn't want to buy that dress. Believe me, I tried my darndest not to. But when I thought of the way she's been behaving these last few
Is Oogie
days...
here yet?
No, not yet, dear. Judy, what have you got on?
But that's not the dress I bought. Isn't that the one Oogie's seen you in a dozen times?
Yes.
What happened?
Didn't the other one fit?
Oh, it fitted fine.
Then why aren't you wearing it?
Well, while I was putting it on, I began thinking about what you said, Father. You know, about buying it for me, even though you thought I was wrong.
Yeah.
Well, when I really thought about it, I realized how selfish I had been, and well, I knew that I shouldn't have the dress, that's all.
I see. Judy,
Yes, Father?
I like you.
I like you too, Father.
And I think I'd like you to have the dress, honey.
Oh, no. I think I'd rather not have it. I'll return it in the morning. And anyway, I thought it might be lucky to let Oogie see me in this old dress for the 13th time.
Has he really seen it that many times?
Oh, yes, I kept careful track. Come in.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Gee, Mr. Foster, you're a swell guy.
Well, thank you, Oogie.
Well, come on, Judy. Boy, do you look snazzy in that new dress. Turn around. Yes, sir. I don't blame you for wanting it so much. You look just slick in it.
Yes, don't I?
You sure do.
Mother and Father and Randolph think so, too, don't you?
Oh, I'll say.
Of course. Yes, sir. Old Rose. I've always wanted to see you in that color. Did I say something funny?
We'll hear more from the Fosters in a moment. Some nights you have only a nodding acquaintance with sleep because of stomach distress due to acid indigestion or heartburn. Well, that's the time for Tums. Before you slip into bed, slip 1 or 2 tasty Tums in your mouth, same as you would candy mint. No mixing, no stirring, no water needed. Almost instantly, Tums neutralize sleep-stealing excess acids, relieve distressing heartburn, settle your stomach fast, so you settle down jiffy quick to restful sleep. Tums contain no baking soda, no bicarbonate, not even a pinch. Tums won't over-alkalize your stomach. So with Tums, there's no waking with unpleasant acid rebound. To get your sleep undisturbed by acid indigestion, get Tums. Get them this very night. Still only 10 cents a roll, 3-roll package a quarter, all drugstores. There are many imitations, but no substitutes for Tums. T-U-M-S. Genuine Tums for the tummy. And now, here are Judy and Oogie.
It was a swell dance, wasn't it, Judy?
Oh, it was dreamy, Oogie. Thank you for taking me.
Well, I was very proud to have been your escort.
I hope the evening didn't cost you too much.
Cost? What's cost? Dollars, cents, what do they mean? Yeah, they mean I can't take you to the movies for 2 weeks.
Oogie, I have my whole allowance left from last week. I'll take you to the movies.
Judy, you have just mortally wounded me. What kind of a guy do you think I am that I'd let you take me to the movies?
Oh, Oogie, I'm terribly sorry. I shouldn't have even suggested it.
Well, of course not. When you know darn well I'd rather go to the baseball game.
A Date with Judy is written by Aline Leslie and stars Louise Erickson as Judy and John Brown as father, with Dick Davis as Randolph and Myra Marsh as mother. Dick Crenna played Oogie. Music was composed and conducted by Hal Bourne. The program was produced and directed by Helen Mack. Ken Niles inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday at this time to keep your date with Judy. And remember, night and day, at home or away, always carry Tums. T-U-M-S. Date with Judy will be transmitted to our men and women overseas by shortwave and through the worldwide facilities of the Armed Forces Radio Service.
That was A Date with Judy from 1946. After the success of that radio show on NBC, CBS put together their own teenage girl radio show. It was called Meet Corliss Archer. Like Henry Eldridge, it was based on a character from a Broadway play. And they made it into a movie starring a then-teenaged Shirley Temple.
You claim to love me so much. You claim to love me so much.
Well, gee whiz.
Oh, it's all right, Dexter. Forget it. But when it comes to taking you out to the movies tonight, I'm not interested.
Hey, wait a minute.
Dexter, you've got a $5 bill in there.
Yeah, and it's going to stay there.
Oh, Dexter, you wouldn't want Mildred to sell more than me, would you? Come on, be a sport. It's for the USO.
Okay, give me 5.
Oh, Dexter, you're really very sweet.
Wow. Holy cow.
Meet Corliss Archer was also made into a TV show.
Dexter, would you do something for me?
Anything.
Oh, would you ask Finley Roberts to coach me?
Finley Roberts? That stuffed shirt?
I don't know about that, Dexter. I don't know him. But he is the head cheerleader.
Yeah, I know. But what a drizzle.
A drizzle?
Sure, a dismal drip.
But the original Corliss was for the radio show starring Janet Waldo. You might recognize the name. She's best known as the voice of the teenager from the future, Judy Jetson.
Jet Screamer has a contest. If your song wins, you get to go out with him on a real date. I can't lose, Dad.
So here is Meet Corliss Archer from 1946.
Good. Good. That's what Campbell Soups are. Good.
Campbell Soups invite you to Meet Corliss Archer, starring Janet Waldo.
Mr. Sharvett.
Hello, Corliss. You seem on top of the world.
Oh, I am, Mr. Sharvett, on account of those perfectly divine clothes.
Clothes?
Mm-hmm.
What clothes?
My back-to-school wardrobe, of course.
Oh.
Mom took me shopping yesterday, and we got the most precious things. There was one little green dress with cap sleeves and all studded with gold nail heads, and a luscious corduroy suit, and a new raspberry sweater, and, of course, the best thing of all was the soup.
Soup?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what on earth is soup doing in the middle of your wardrobe?
Oh, Mr. Sharvett, you're so diverting, honestly. It wasn't in the middle of my wardrobe. It was afterwards. After we'd been shopping, I mean.
Oh, I see.
It was Louise's day out, and Mom had to get Daddy's dinner, and she wanted it to be something he specially likes. And that means...
Whoa there, Corliss. Let me guess. Campbell's chicken noodle soup,
Mr. Sharvett, you are positively psychic. Yes, Campbell's chicken noodle soup. That soup is so good, it makes a main dish that's simply terrific and ready in a jiff. Oh, my goodness, that's poetry.
Well, not only that, Corliss, it's true. There's no main dish that's more tempting or quicker to fix than Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
You're so right, Mr. Sharvett. Bye now.
This morning, on her way to breakfast, Corliss stops by in the kitchen for a few words with Louise.
About time you showed up, young lady. You're late again. Father and Mother are halfway through their breakfast.
Oh, Daddy won't mind Louise. I mean, look at the beautiful flower I picked for his lapel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, golly, Louise, those hot cakes smell absolutely divine.
Uh-huh.
Louise, darling, whenever I have to face a crisis, I've always been able to turn to you, haven't I?
Listen, young lady, I diapered you, and that tone of voice always means you want to borrow money.
But I always pay it back.
You're not going to pay it back this time.
Why do you say that, Louise?
Because I'm not going to lend you any, that's why.
But, Louise...
Listen, Corliss, both your mother and father told me not to...
Quiet. I don't want them to hear.
I'll bet you don't.
But, Louise, you don't understand. It's for their anniversary present. I saw something at Benson's that's absolutely out of this world that I want to get them. Only I don't have quite enough... All right, Angel, I'm coming. Hello, Mom. Good morning, Daddy.
Morning.
Look at this simply gorgeous flower I picked for you, Daddy.
Now, Corliss, you're late again. Sit down and eat your breakfast.
Okay, Mom, but first let me fix it in Daddy's buttonhole. There. Doesn't he look sensational? I mean, golly, I think men with buttonholes look so prosperous, don't you, Daddy?
My child, so far as you are concerned, prosperity is still around the corner, if that's what you're driving at.
Oh, Daddy, you're terrible. Just because I see how nice you look, is that any reason to think I'm hinting for money?
Well, it often has been in the past.
Well, don't worry, Daddy. As a matter of fact, I do need money in the worst way, but I'm not going to borrow it. I'm going to earn it.
Oh, splendid.
Daddy, may I have the classified section of the paper, please?
Sure. Help yourself.
I'm going to look right now under Help Wanted, and I'm going to work practically immediately.
No, you better eat your breakfast first, dear.
Daddy, listen. Would you let me take this job? Oh, golly, this sounds terrific.
What is it?
Wanted, young girl with beautiful feet to demonstrate toenail polish in department store window. Excellent pay. Apply Benson's cosmetic department.
Too bad, Corliss. Now, if only you had beautiful feet, there'd be a job with a future.
But, Daddy, you said yourself my feet were just like Mom's. And you know that she's got the most beautiful feet in the world.
She's got you there, Harry.
Oh, no, she hasn't. You do have beautiful feet, Janet. And if you wish to apply for the job, I'll raise no objections. Corliss is too young.
But, Daddy...
Darling, don't be silly. We wouldn't dream of letting you sit in the window of Benson's demonstrating toenail polish.
But, Mom, why not? I could wear a black mask or something, and then I bet crowds would gather and wonder who I was.
Yes, and Dexter would be in that crowd saying, "Holy cow, look at Corliss's feet." None of us would ever be able to hold our heads up again.
Oh, well, I'll look for other jobs. Oh, golly, Daddy, how about this one? Wanted immediately. Attractive car hops. Good salary and excellent tips. Oh, Daddy, would you let me be a car hop?
In a word, no.
Corliss, dear, we've been through all this. You are not going to take a job. You've got a great deal of homework to do during vacation to make up for your poor grades, so just forget all about it.
But, Mom, you don't realize. It is absolutely imperative that I should get a good, steady-paying job.
You mean imperative?
And how, Daddy?
Corliss! Oh,
What is it, Dexter?
Holy cow, haven't you finished breakfast yet? Oh. Hi, everybody.
Hello, Dexter.
Good morning, Dexter.
Gee whiz, but you take a long time to eat. Holy cow.
Corliss, do you still crave a steady, well-paying job?
Well, of course, Daddy.
Are you going to let her go to work, Mr. Archer?
Oh, shut up, Dexter. What did you have in mind, Daddy?
Would you like to earn $50, Corliss?
Golly.
$50? Holy cow.
Shut up, Dexter. What would I have to do, Daddy?
I will pay you the sum of $50, Corliss, if you can wean Dexter permanently from his favorite deity, that eternal holy cow.
Huh?
And I'll add a bonus of $25 if you'll expurgate the huhs.
Holy cow, what's wrong with huh?
Huh?
And so you see, Dexter, how absolutely vital it is for me to have at least $7.50.
Well, it's no use looking at me. I'm so broke it's brutal.
Oh, look, Dexter, look at that baby in the playpen across the street where the new people moved in yesterday. Oh, isn't that the most heavenly baby? Let's go and play with it.
You're crazy. I wouldn't be seen dead playing with a baby.
Dexter Franklin, I certainly hope you change your mind before you have a baby of your own. I'm going over to play with it.
Okay. Let me know when you're through.
Oh, hello, honey. What's your name, huh? Oh, aren't you just too cute for words? Cootsy, cootsy, cootsy. Whose precious little lamb are you? Oh, you're so sweet. You're trying so hard to talk to me, aren't you? Oh, and I'll bet this is your mommy coming. Good morning. I hope you don't mind my playing with your baby. What's her name? It's a good thing Conrad isn't old enough to understand what you're saying, or he'd be furious, wouldn't you, Conrad?
Darling.
Oh. how silly of me. I should have known by the shape of his head that he was all boy. Oh, he's beautiful. I just adore children.
You live here in the neighborhood?
Oh, yes.
I'm so glad. You know, we just moved in. I haven't a thing settled yet, and we don't know a soul in this part of town. Of course, eventually I intend to get someone in to help me with little Conrad, but you know what that problem is today.
Oh, yes.
It's so hard to find just the right person, even for a sitter. Of course, I wouldn't trust Conrad with just anyone. I'd have to be sure that it was someone who really loved children. Like yourself, for instance. Anyone can see that you...
Oh, why, thank you, Mrs.
Barnett.
Oh, yes, of course, Mrs. Barnett. We heard you were moving in.
Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not the kind of a mother who's always running out. But I'm just about at my wit's end about tonight.
Tonight?
Oh, yes. Could you stay with the baby tonight? You see, it's my sister's birthday, and she'd never forgive my husband and me if we didn't come.
Oh.
I was just going to call her and tell her that I don't know how we could make it, but I watched you with Conrad, and right away I knew you were just the kind of a girl I wanted for a sitter.
Oh, golly, that's awfully nice of you, Mrs. Barnett. Tonight?
Yes. Now, I understand it's customary to pay 50 cents an hour. Is that all right with you?
Oh, that's just fine. I'd be glad to sit with him any night, all night long.
Oh, that won't be necessary. We won't be out very late tonight. Are you sure it's all right with your parents?
My parents? Oh, sure. They never object to anything I do.
Harry, how about some more pie?
No, thanks, Janet. It's nearly 7:30, and if we're going to play bridge with the Ameses, let's shove off.
All right, dear, but Corliss hasn't finished her dessert yet. Why the rush?
Oh, it's okay, Mom. Dexter will keep me company, won't you, Dex?
I'll do that.
The sooner we get started, Janet, the earlier we can break up.
Well, now, Harry, we can't rush away too early.
Oh, yes, we can. I have to be up at the crack of dawn, and I want to be in bed not later than 11. Come on, Janet. The car's in the driveway. Good night, baby.
Good night.
Night, Dexter.
Good night, Mr. Archer.
And Corliss, don't forget you're not to go to the movies tonight. You go to bed early.
Okay, Mom.
Good night, darling. Night, Dexter.
Good night, Miss Archer.
Oh, now that they've gone, Dexter, I can tell you a secret. I've got a simply terrific job as sitter for that darling baby we saw, and I'm starting tonight at 8.
Gee whiz, how did you sell your parents that idea?
I didn't, Dopey. They don't know a thing about it.
How are you going to sit with a baby across the street if you're not supposed to go out?
Mom didn't say I wasn't to go out. She said I wasn't to go out to a movie.
Yeah, but you told me they said no dice on any job.
Sitting isn't exactly a job, Dexter. I mean, golly, a person has to sit practically half their lifetime. And if you get paid for it...
Well, okay, it's your funeral.
Dexter Franklin, you mean to sit there and tell me you're not going to help me?
Gee whiz, how can a person help a person sit?
All I can say is this, Dexter. If you don't come over there after I'm all established and keep me company and help me look after that baby, I'll never...
I know. You'll never speak to me again as long as you live.
Oh, no, Dexter. Much more than that. I'll never marry you and be the mother to your children either.
Okay. You win.
Formula's all made, dear. It's in the refrigerator.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Barnett.
I'm sure you won't have to use it. Conrad always sleeps right through the night.
What time were you planning to come home?
Well, if we're going to be awfully late, I'll phone you and let you know.
Oh, yes, maybe you'd better do that.
Coming, Ethel?
Be right with you, Ralph. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask me, dear?
No. That is, I don't think so.
I'm sure you won't have a bit of trouble. He's such a good baby. Good night.
Good night. Oh, you're so little. I wonder what you think about all day long. One thing, I bet you don't have any problems like grown-ups do. Oh, golly, you look sweet. But please don't wake up.
Corliss!
Oh, Corliss! Dexter, be quiet.
Hi, Corliss.
Shh, come in.
Well, now that I'm here, what am I supposed to do?
Dexter, keep your voice down. You'll wake the baby. Come on, tiptoe.
All right.
Oh, look, Dexter. Isn't he wonderful?
Well, so what? It's a baby.
Oh, how can you be so callous?
Yeah, I guess he is kind of cute at that.
Dexter, now do you see what family life is like? Just imagine if I had some knitting and you had a pipe and your slippers on and the fireplace was blazing.
Holy cow, in the middle of summer?
You'll wake the baby.
Oh, listen, Corliss, everybody will tell you that once babies are asleep, they sleep. Anyway, they got to get used to all kinds of noises.
Dexter, now you've done it.
Ah, he's just talking in his sleep.
Oh, Dexter, you woke him up. Now you've got to do something about it.
Oh, no, you're the little mother.
Now, let me see. What did she say? A formula, that's it. I'll get the formula. Wait a sec. Maybe he just needs changing.
Well, then change him.
Well, really, Dexter, the formula's the most important thing. I better start warming that up. You change him. She left a pile of diapers right there. There's nothing to it. Change him.
Yeah. Holy cow, me?
Fathers always change diapers, Dexter, and I may as well break you in right now.
Oh, gosh. Well, here goes. Now, let me see. There must be a knack to them. Let me see here.
How you doing, Dexter?
Don't bother me. Now, this ought to do it. Hey, Corliss, you know what? He just smiled at me.
Dexter, how hot does the formula have to get?
Oh, pretty hot, I guess. Let's see, where was I? Oh, here. You fold it this way and around here. No, that doesn't look right. Now, let's try it this way. There, that's not bad.
The formula's just the right temperature now, I'm sure. He's going to get his dinner now. Come on, sweetheart. Oh, now there. That's a good boy. You see, Dexter? Oh, he was simply famished.
Yeah, I guess so.
Isn't this fun?
Sort of.
Oh, Dexter, he's such a good baby. Dexter, wake up.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Except if you're going to keep me company, you might at least stay awake.
For what? You're so scared of waking the baby you won't even let me talk. I might as well go on home.
You've got to see this through with me, Dexter.
Well, gosh, how much longer do you have to stay?
Oh, until the Barnetts get home, of course.
Well, they ought to be here pretty soon. It's almost 11.
11? Oh, Dexter, my family will be home any minute. I've got to go.
And leave the baby alone?
Oh, no, of course not. That's what you're here for.
Me? You mean I've got to stay here alone with him?
Oh, it'll only be for a few minutes. I'll just slip in and say goodnight to him and pretend to go to bed, and then I can slip right out again. It's very simple.
Well, yeah, but what if you can't get out? What if they don't go to bed when you get home? What if they decide to sit up and talk? What am I going to do then?
Dexter Franklin, if you are going to get hysterical over the slightest little thing, I shall think twice before I marry a neurotic individual like you.
You know, it's especially pleasant for Mother when she can plan a pleasing supper that calls for only a few minutes in the kitchen. And that's just what happens when supper's built around big plates of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. With this good soup as the main dish, your meal can be ready in a jiffy, and the family will love it. For Campbell's chicken noodle soup is filled all through with a tempting taste of chicken. Even your first whiff of fragrant steam says chicken. And when you dip in your spoon, good. You like the old-fashioned egg noodles, too, and the pieces of chicken. Say, they just about melt in your mouth. Why, Campbell's chicken noodle soup is so substantial, it doesn't take much else to make a satisfying family supper. So, how about it? Campbell's chicken noodle soup, tomorrow night. Well, leaving the baby in Dexter's capable hands, Corliss has made it home just in the nick of time. As we rejoin her, Mr. and Mrs. Archer are just coming in.
Corliss, you still up?
Oh, hello, Mom. Hello, Daddy.
You look tired, baby. Why didn't you turn in early?
Oh, I was studying various things. Did you have a nice time?
Very nice, dear.
What time is it?
It's after 11, and I'm going to bed.
So are you, Corliss. Right away. Come on.
Okay, Mom. I guess I am kind of tired. It's been a long evening.
Listen. What's that?
What's what?
Oh, I can hear a baby crying. Can't you, Corliss?
A baby? Oh, no, Mother. I can't hear a thing. I don't think.
Well, I do. Must be those new neighbors across the street. I really must go over tomorrow and call on her. Well, good night, Corliss.
Good night, Mom. Good night, Daddy. Happy dreams. And, Sleep soundly.
Who is it?
It's only me, Dexter.
Oh, well, you might at least warn me.
What are you so frightened about?
What if those people had come home while you were gone?
Well, I'm here now, so stop worrying. What was the baby crying about anyway?
Probably had a nightmare. I turned him over and he went right back to sleep.
Oh, thank you for staying, Dexter.
Oh, it wasn't anything.
You know, tonight has really proven to me how noble you can be in a difficult situation.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. I don't know what I would have done without you. Well, this is better than going to the movies, isn't it? This is real life.
Yeah, I guess it's all right. But when are those people going to get home?
Well, it doesn't matter now. As a matter of fact, the longer they stay out, the more money I make. It's all so easy.
Uh-oh. It's all so easy, huh?
Oh, now what's the matter with him?
He probably wants a drink. Or vice versa.
Dexter. This is no time to be facetious. Well, I guess I better get the formula again.
Oh, no. It's your turn to practice on the baby. This time I'll get the formula.
Harry, you awake?
No.
Can you hear that baby crying?
Who couldn't?
Well, that doesn't sound right to me, Harry.
Oh, Janet, stop worrying and go to sleep. Babies are always crying.
Well, not like that. That baby's in trouble.
And that's none of our business. Now, what are you doing? Come back to bed, Janet.
Harry, every light in that house is on. Something's wrong.
Well, what can we do about it?
Oh, the baby's sick, I know.
Well, we can't help that.
Dear, I think you better go over there and see what's the matter.
Now, what could I do?
Well, now, Harry, they've just moved into the neighborhood, and you know how hard it is to get doctors these days. Maybe you could call Dr. Pemberton for them.
Oh, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. We don't even know those people. If I go barging in over there, they might resent it, and I wouldn't blame them. Oh, all right, Janet, you go back to bed. I'll go.
Oh, pipe down, will you, please?
Don't scold him. He can't help it.
Hey, how's about giving him a hot bath?
Oh, you're crazy.
Well, he seems to be in pain. My old man always takes a hot bath when his legs hurt him.
Conrad is not quite as old as your father.
He screams as loud.
Oh, golly, aren't those people ever coming home? She said she'd phone if she was going to be late. Oh, Dexter, go look out the window and see if you can see any sign of them.
Okay.
Oh, please, Conrad, please. You were such a good baby.
Holy cow, Corliss, your father's coming over.
Daddy? Oh, Dexter, what am I going to do?
I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm leaving.
Dexter Franklin, don't you dare. You're in this just as deep as I am, and you've got to face the music with me. Oh, please don't desert me now, Dexter.
Oh, what do we do now?
Well, let's duck in the next room. Maybe he'll go away. If he finds me here, I'm sunk.
Anybody home? I mean, yeah, anyone else? I hear you. Well, can you beat that? Leaving a baby in a house alone. Well, hello there, you poor little guy. Come on, up you go. Let's see what we can do about this. Now, if I can remember how it goes. A rock-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. I guess I haven't forgotten after all. There's nothing the matter with you except your parents. Oh. Well, little fellow, you can't answer it. I guess I better. Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. I must have the wrong number.
Who's this calling?
What number is this?
Let me see. Walnut 51331.
Who are you? Is that my baby? What's the matter with my baby?
Oh, so this is your baby. Well, madam, all I have to say to you is...
Girl.
What girl? There's nobody here.
But there was. Oh, my baby.
It's about time you started worrying about your baby.
Hello, please don't go.
You think I'd leave a baby alone?
Oh, please, I'll be right home.
Well, young man, I guess they won't go out and leave you alone again in a hurry. Now what's the matter? Oh, so you need a change. I wonder if I can remember how to do that. Well, I know I can take it off anyhow. Let me see. Oh, here's a clean one. Now you fold it this way. And wait a minute. No, that's not right. It's this way. No, it isn't. Give me a little time, will you? I'll get it. Yes?
Harry, I had to come over. I simply couldn't stand it another minute. Don't you tell me they went off and left this baby here alone.
Why do you think I'm changing diapers? Woman just phoned. She's on her way home.
Why, I never heard of such a thing in all my life. Here, let me have that diaper. Harry, you've got to get up early. Run along home. I can manage this. And besides, I don't like the idea of leaving Corliss alone in the house this late at night.
She's not a baby. She can take care of herself. Well, here they are. Now, I know how you feel, Janet, but hold your temper.
My baby, where's my baby?
Right here, sound asleep. Everything's all right now.
What are you doing with my baby? Give him to me.
Take it easy, Ethel.
Now you've wakened him again.
Oh, darling, poor little Conrad. What have they done to you? No wonder you're crying with all these strange people around.
Look, madam, this wasn't our idea. Your baby was waking up the whole neighborhood.
But I don't understand.
Now, Ethel, calm down and let's see if we can't straighten out this mess. My name's Barnett. What's yours?
Archer. We live across the street.
Well, Mr. Archer, my wife here hired a girl to sit with the baby. Where is she?
Oh, then you did have a sitter.
Of course, and she seemed to be such a sweet girl. I can't understand why she would leave the baby like this. Of course, I'm new here, and I must admit I hardly know a thing about this girl.
Well, Mrs. Barnett, perhaps next time you'll look into the girl's background a little more thoroughly.
That's not a bad idea. Just wait till I get my hands on this disgraceful, irresponsible girl.
Hi, everybody.
Dexter, what are you doing over here?
And he came out of the kitchen.
Yeah, that's where we've been. Come on, Corliss.
Corliss? Is she over here?
Corliss.
Yes, Daddy. Hello, Mrs. Barnett.
That's the girl. How dare you leave my baby?
Take it easy, Ethel. These people seem to know her.
Holy cow, they ought to know her. She's their daughter.
All right, Corliss, let's hear your explanation.
Oh, Daddy, I'll explain it all to you later, but I just want to tell Mrs. Barnett that the baby's been perfectly all right. I mean, honestly, someone's been here with him all the time.
And we gave him his formula and changed his diapers and did everything.
And the only reason things got so confused, Mrs. Barnett, is on account of I've got a special reason why I didn't want my parents to know what I was doing.
Yeah, so when they came tearing over, we hid in the kitchen.
Well, you see, Mrs. Barnett...
Yeah, and I watched through the keyhole and saw Mr. Archer change the baby. And I can do it in half the time.
And may I ask who you are?
Huh? Now, who, me?
Yes.
Oh, sure. My name's Dexter Franklin. I live next door to the Archers, and I always help Corliss sit with babies on account of we're practically almost engaged, and it's very good practice.
Practice? What do you mean?
On account of when we get married, we'll be able to do our own sitting.
In just a minute, we'll rejoin the Archers. Ladies, why not serve Campbell's chicken noodle soup for supper tomorrow night? Along with a salad and perhaps cold cuts and a tempting dessert, you'll find that this delicious soup puts real old-time good eating in your summer meal. For Campbell's make this soup the good old-fashioned way. They simmer fine, plump chickens long and slowly for a rich chicken stock. They add lots of golden egg noodles and make sure they're tender pieces of chicken. Good. So to make tomorrow night's cool supper more appealing and satisfying, start it off with brimming bowls of Campbell's chicken noodle soup. And now it's about half an hour later. The Archers have gone back to their house, and we find Corliss very much in the doghouse up in her bedroom. Under her window, Dexter is saying goodnight.
Hey, Corliss, you all right?
Oh, golly, Dexter, you should have heard the bawling out I got.
Yeah, I heard your old man yelling even up in my room.
And the ghastly thing is, Dexter, that Daddy yanked me home before I could collect my wages. I was there from 8 till 12, so that's $2 they owe me.
$4.
No, Dexter, 4 hours at 50 cents is $2.
Yeah, but that's for only one sitter. We were 2.
My dear boy, after this ghastly row, I'd never have the nerve.
Quit worrying. I already got it. See? 1, 2, 3, $4. Mr. Barnett insisted we take it. He was swell about everything.
Golly, $4.
I'll wrap them around a stone and throw them up into your room.
All 4 of them?
Sure, it was your idea. And you're the one who needs dough. Here it comes. Holy cow!
Good. Good. That's what Campbell Soup got.
You have just heard Meet Corliss Archer, starring Janet Waldo as Corliss. This is Del Sharbutt speaking for Campbell Soups, inviting you to listen in again next Sunday, and bidding you good night from Hollywood.
Good. Good. That's what Campbell Soups are. Good.
Meet Corliss Archer is written by F.U. Herbert. Music was composed and conducted by Charles Dance. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
That was Meet Corliss Archer from 1946, and now an episode of a radio show called Junior Miss. It was based on a series of short stories appearing in the New Yorker magazine. It was also turned into a Broadway play and a television series. In this episode of the radio show, they mention the screen personality Tallulah Bankhead.
Well, darlings, I simply hate to go shopping, but last week somebody very near and very dear to me had a birthday, and at the last minute I had to go into a store to buy him a gift. I knew exactly what I wanted. I'm thinking of giving him my picture. I think a frame might be nice. Oh, this is a nice frame right here. It's perfectly lovely. Of course, you can take out this horrible-looking picture, can't you? Oh, it's a mirror?
Here is Junior Miss from 1953.
Being 15 is like long winter underwear. It goes on and on and on.
Presenting Junior Miss, brought to you transcribed every weekday night, based on the delightful characters created by Sally Benson, with Gail Gordon as Harry Graves and starring Barbara Whiting. Judy Graves, our junior miss, has decided to take up a career and bring some extra money into the Graves apartment at 36 East 82nd Street in New York City, where she lives with her mother and father and older sister Lois. Right now, it's Tuesday morning. Breakfast isn't ready as yet, and in the girls' bedroom, Lois comes out of the bath, while Judy is sprawled on the floor, engrossed in a book.
Judy, you can get in the bath now. I'm finished.
Take a little more time, Lois. I'm reading something inspiring, wonderfully clever, all about the theater.
I'm not interested.
You should hear what she says about men.
I don't want to hear anything about men today or ever.
Darling Lois, you're going to have to because they're here, darling. They're here. Said so in the book.
What are you reading?
Tallulah.
Stop trying to sound like her.
Did I, darling? Well, I didn't mean to, darling. It just happened, darling. But you might be hearing more of it, darling, than you realize, darling.
And cut giving me that Tallulah routine. What's the matter with you?
Nothing the matter with me that a good job in a Broadway show wouldn't cure.
You're not thinking of becoming an actress.
Maybe. They do make good money, you know.
Oh, let Father make the money. I'm not in any mood to listen to you or anything about love or men or the theater.
Something go wrong, darling?
Wrong? I should say so. I've never been so disillusioned in my life. And after all I thought of Paul McTwitter, how I really felt about him.
Paul who?
McTwitter. He's the light heavyweight wrestling champion at Harvard. never want to see him again.
What's the matter?
Didn't he try to get a hold on you, darling?
Oh, don't be smart. Get dressed. I'll call the folks.
Harry, aren't you through in there yet?
Just combing my hair.
Oh, Harry, I wish you'd hurry.
I'm hurrying, Grace. I'm hurrying. Have to comb my hair.
Oh, you've been combing it for the last 10 minutes. I don't think there's that much there.
Oh, it's all there. I'm still holding. If I wasn't in such a good mood, I'd take exception to that remark.
I didn't really mean anything, Harry. You shouldn't be so vain. And if you've lost a little hair, what's the difference?
Yep, stop patting my head, Grace.
There's still some growing right there. It's not all gone.
Oh, now, please, stop it.
That's where it is, Harry.
Where?
Right there.
You're all wrong, Grace.
No, I'm not. Go ahead, pat it.
You're all wrong. You mean here?
Mm-hmm. See?
Well, I just haven't combed it over yet. Stop standing in back of me.
Hurry, Harry.
I'm hurrying. Grace, can you find the throat spray for me, please?
The throat spray? Oh, Harry, are you getting another one of your sore throats?
No, my throat isn't sore, but I just thought I'd spray it to get in shape for this evening.
Oh, Harry, you're like a young girl whenever you're going to a thingamajig at the Yale Club.
Well, it's not a thingamajig. It's a dinner in honor of Jordan Oliver, the football coach.
That's the 15th thingamajig you've given for him this year.
Well, when we honor someone, we honor him.
Dad, Mother, breakfast is nearly ready.
Oh, be right there.
Well, I guess I don't need the throat spray.
What she ever wanted to get mixed up with him for, I'll never know. Of all the people in Duluth to marry, I don't know why she...
Good morning, Hilda.
Morning, Mr. Graves. You ever want to get mixed up with him for? All the ones to marry, I'll never know.
Is something wrong, Hilda?
Oh, it's that brother-in-law of mine again. The Dude of Duluth.
No? Not working again?
He's been collecting unemployment insurance for so many years now, I think the government's going to build a gold railing in front of the window for him to lean on.
Good morning, Hilda.
Morning, Miss Grace.
I thought he was going into some business.
Well, he was going into television, but he changed his mind.
He did?
Yes, he figures that it'll last about 20 or 25 years, then there'll be something new. And he just doesn't want to make a move until the kinks are all ironed out. Well, I'll get the hotcakes.
Morning, Mother.
Good morning, Lois.
Good morning, Dad.
Good morning, Lois.
May I have the rolls, please, Mother?
Rolls? I thought you were on a diet, Lois.
I don't care what happens to my figure or what happens to me. I don't care if another man ever looks at me again.
Oh, Harry! Be careful.
What did you say, Lois?
I don't care if I ever go out with a man again.
Lois, don't you feel well? Grace, did you hear what she said?
Yes, I did. Lois, are you all right?
Of course I'm all right, Mother. Just have a different opinion of men, that's all. They mean nothing to me.
Don't say that when I'm drinking my juice.
Good morning, darling. How are my darlings this morning?
We're fine.
I'm glad, darling. It's so pleasant to see one's family happily gathered around the breakfast table in the morning. Really, darlings, it is.
Is it?
Yes, darling, it is. Really, darling, it is.
Well, all right. Sit down.
You've been doing it all morning, Mother.
Oh, darling Lois, you're in such a mood. Don't let it bother you, darling. Just remember, darling, ditched today, hitched tomorrow.
How are you talking?
Yes, stop.
Ditched. Don't you ever mention that word in this house or in front of me. Dad, did you hear what she said? She said I was ditched. Ditched. What a vulgar expression.
Yes, it is. Were you, Lois?
Of course I wasn't.
Well, something must have made you give him up. You just wouldn't
That's enough, Judy.
I didn't mean anything.
Just that I feel sorry for you, darling. Men grow on trees, and you're the one to chop them down.
Well, that's enough of that, too. Why can't we sit here at the table and eat our breakfast like normal people should?
Your father's absolutely right, girls.
Here are the hot cakes.
We don't need Tallulah at breakfast. There's a time and a place for everything. Oh, hotcakes.
Harry, there's a time and place for everything, and this isn't the place for the Whiff and Poof song.
Oh, was I singing?
Yes, you were. You should save it for tonight.
Oh, going to the Yale Club tonight, Daddy?
Yes, the boys are getting together.
Boys? That's a hot one.
I said boys, Hilda. Grace, did you hear what you...
Don't be so touchy, Harry. You always are whenever the Yale group gets together.
You gonna sing with the Glee Club tonight, Daddy?
Solo. And Grace, don't forget, find the throat spray for me, please.
Mm-hmm. Lois, how are you cutting the hotcakes?
Oh, I can't help it, Mother. I was just thinking of that Paul. All Paul.
Lois, those are our good breakfast dishes.
Oh.
Poor darling Lois. Her nerves are just shattered. They are frayed, darling, aren't they? But don't you worry. Paul will be back, groveling at your feet. Mark my words, darling. Groveling. I said groveling.
There she goes again.
Judy, just what are you trying to do?
She's going to work, become an actress.
You are?
Well, I'd like to help out in the house. I don't want the whole burden of money to be on you.
Well, I'll take care of the burden. You don't have to be an actress.
Well, what's wrong with being an actress?
There's nothing wrong with it, but I think you should finish school first.
But you have to start out young.
You don't have to start at all.
Gee, it's hard to follow you.
Well, I think I've made myself clear.
No, you haven't. One moment you say we need the money. Then when I decide to go to work to help out, you don't want me to. It's very confusing.
Grace, I don't think your daughter should be arguing with her father.
Well, sometimes you are hard to understand, Harry.
Oh, I don't think so at all. Just because I make a statement doesn't mean that it has to be taken literally. I just asked you all to cut down. I didn't tell Judy that she had to give up school and go out and work in the mines. She's making me out like Ebenezer Scrooge in Dickens' Oliver Twist.
He was in Christmas Carol.
Yeah. Lois, you keep out of it. I'm talking to your sister.
Lois is right.
This is between you and me, Judy. I mean, you're making me out like Uriah Heep in Great Expectations.
He was in Oliver Twist.
Well, we're not having a discussion about Dickens. Let's get off the subject. We're talking about you going to work.
You don't know Dickens very well, Harry.
Well, whether I do or not makes no matter.
Yes, it does, Daddy. It's like I said. It's very confusing.
You're hard to follow, Harry. You shouldn't use Dickens' characters if you don't know where they belong.
I don't care where they belong. All I know is Judy belongs in school, not out trying to be an actress. Just get the idea of the stage out of your head.
Gee.
We don't need any G's.
I'll get it.
Oh, Grace, did you see my tux was had to be pressed for tonight?
Oh, yes, Harry, I did. I had to let it out a little bit, too.
Oh, well, that wasn't necessary.
Oh, yes, it was. You can't button that top button anymore.
Who? Paul? Oh, just a minute. It's Paul, Lois.
She'll be right here, darling.
Oh, she did it again. Tell her to stop, Mother.
Stop, Judy.
Here.
Well, I don't want to talk to him, but I'll just tell him what I think. Hello, Paul? Now, there's no sense in you calling me because I just don't want to see you, no matter what you say. I've made up my mind. I'm just not going to see you. There's no need trying to force me. It's definite. Whether you want to see me or not, I don't want to see you. And that shouldn't be hard to understand. When I make up my mind not to see someone, I just don't want to see them. That's all it is. I just don't want to see you.
Oh, see it.
Bye. I wonder if I should have seen him.
That's Fluffy. Gotta get going to school.
Can't you meet her in the street?
Hi, Fluff. Be with you in a sec.
Morning, all.
Good morning.
Hi, Fluffy.
Judy, don't forget to bring your buttons. Have you got them?
Mm-hmm. We'll assort them at lunch.
Buttons?
Yes, buttons, Mr. Graves. Judy and I are starting a collection.
How interesting.
I took the top one off your tuxedo pants, Daddy. It was loose anyway.
Off my tuxedo?
I told you, Harry. That's why I had the pants let out. That button keeps popping.
Putting it on around the old bay, eh, Mr. Graves? I mean, adding a little avoirdupois. Better, Mr. Graves?
Better, but I thank you not to worry about my stomach.
Oh, I'm not worried about it. And you shouldn't be either. There comes a time in every man's life around your age that he puts on a little in front and loses a little on top.
Can you notice it from there, too? You see what I was telling you,
Fluffy,
Harriet?
will you stop staring at the top of my head?
Fuff, better not mix with my father this morning. He's really on edge. Doesn't like actresses and
I didn't say I don't like actresses. I'm not on edge.
Oh, you are, Harriet. Every time you're going to sing at the Yale Club, it happens.
It hasn't happened at all. If a father can't talk to his daughter as I was talking to her, and if you're going to take Judy's side in front of me when I'm trying to tell my daughter right from wrong, and that she doesn't have to...
What, Daddy? Speak up, Harriet.
It's happened. I've got it.
What, Harriet?
Laryngitis. You made me talk too much. Of all days to have it happen.
And don't get excited, Dad.
I'm singing the Whiff and Poof song tonight, and you say, don't get excited.
Daddy, do you want the throat spray?
Yes, something!
This is Roy Rowan inviting you to tune in tomorrow for another transcribed episode in the life of our Junior Miss, written and directed for radio by Henry Garson. Later tonight, my friend Irma changes jobs. When Marie Wilson, our empty-headed blonde, takes a new job with an architect, present-day architecture is set back several centuries. It doesn't take long for my friend Irma because she has a talent for making life resemble nothing so much as a tossed salad. Remember, it's Marie Wilson as Irma and Kathy Lewis as her saner roommate Jane Stacy, with the boarding house gang in on the fun. Be sure and listen tonight on most of these same stations when CBS Radio presents another comedy episode of My Friend Irma.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this bonus episode of Gee Whiz. If you missed the regular episodes, you can find them at thisdaybenny.com/Gee Whiz, or just look for Gee Whiz wherever you listen to your podcasts. I'm John Henderson. Thanks for listening.